Hello and welcome to Master Yourself Academy's YouTube channel. This is Narmada. I'm a psychologist and an NLP trainer. Today we're going to talk about something that we've all often heard, but how we're going to negate that. So you've heard of this famous saying, speech is silver, silence is golden, right? So we'll talk about a few situations where silence can hurt more than anything else and where silence can actually damage more than creating good for yourself. Let's say, for example, let's take a few examples. Let's say somebody has experienced a deep personal loss. Especially in those cases when we choose to remain silent, it can give the impression to the other person as if you don't care. And that's the reason why you're not being in touch with them. It would hurt them a lot more to think that you don't care. Instead, get in touch with them. You don't have to think about what you have to say to them. Just call them and tell them at least that you're sorry for their loss, rather than not calling and not saying anything at all. Unless someone has very clearly said that I'm experiencing a loss and I don't want to be disturbed, in all other cases, please make it a point to at least reach out to somebody and let them know that you're there for them. This is the second point. Let's say, for example, you are upset with somebody. Instead of giving them a cold shoulder and not letting them know what you're upset about and giving them the silent treatment, please go ahead and first verbalize what you're upset about without accusing them. There are two ways to do it. One is, I tell somebody that because of you I'm feeling this way, and I accuse them, and I probably abuse them, and I probably hold them responsible for it. Or the other way of saying it is a very respectful way where I can tell them that, hey, you know what? That day I was really waiting for you and I didn't hear from you, so I'm feeling a little bad about it. I just wanted to let you know. So find respectful ways of communicating to people what you truly feel without holding them responsible for it, so that they can at least have an opportunity to explain themselves to you if required or if possible, and so that you can get to hear the other side of the story as well. And it is always better to know that somebody is upset and why they're upset, rather than leaving them hanging in the thin air, going on trying for you. They don't know when to stop. They don't know what happened. They don't know why the sudden change. You might think it is a very obvious reason and they should have known, but sometimes even the most obvious things are things that we miss. They shouldn't land up thinking that you're at fault, you're being arrogant, you're simply not talking to them. So let them know this is what has happened and hence I'm choosing not to talk to you. Whatever it is. Let them know, either give them a chance to explain themselves, or if you think, no, it has gone beyond a point, I've given them too many chances, at least let them know that this would possibly be the end. So the third one, when it comes to deliverables, let's say, for example, you were due to submit a project or a deadline or anything, or you committed to doing something at a certain given point in time and you haven't. So if you know that you are not able to live up to a commitment that you have made, please keep people posted that you're unable to do that. Don't sit and wait hoping that the other person will forget about it, because just let's say, as your luck would have it, maybe they forgot about it, but later when they think about it, they'll think that you also took it too casual and that might hurt them. Or even worse, if they don't forget about it, they would think that you're not responsible enough to even let them know that you're not going to be able to deliver to it. So when you're not able to meet a deadline, please keep people posted that I'm unable to meet the deadline. Here's the new revised timeline. You can expect to hear back from me in such and such time. Let them know, so that people at least know that you can be trusted upon, you can be counted upon, because you're being accountable for the work that you've taken up. So either when people are experiencing personal loss, or if they're going through a rough patch in a relationship, or if you're missing deadlines, these three cases must and should please keep the communication channels open, so that people know what are they waiting for, whether they're going to get something else at the end of the entire wait period. Don't give a living death to relationships and people in life by giving the silent treatment, because people do not know what to expect. Is there an end to the silent treatment? What to expect at the end of the silent treatment? When will it possibly end? All these questions can drive people nuts. So don't do it for people, even if you love somebody or even if you don't. I think give them a fair chance, let them know whatever is going on, and then choose to do what you want to do. So silence may be golden if you know when to use it and how to use it. So beware. God has given us all a great capacity to communicate, and that is for a reason. So please keep those communication channels open and flowing. God bless.